Hi guys, it's Miss Gordon, and the purpose of this video is to go over my expectations for your mini graphic design assignment and to also explain the So What's Next campaign that you're going to be designing graphics for. So just a little background, when I used to be an academic advisor in the communication department, one of my chief responsibilities was to recruit new students to the communication major and also retain the students that we already had. And I realized that a reason why students would leave the major was because they didn't know what they can do with a communication degree. So I took it upon myself to design a campaign that would illustrate that information to them on platforms that they already frequent. And that's how the So What's Next campaign was born. So essentially what you're going to be doing for this assignment is you're going to be communicating the same information on different platforms. So you'll be doing graphics for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you look on Moodle, I have given you all of the information that you need to complete this assignment. So you don't have to write anything yourself. I have given you everything on here, and this PowerPoint is going to be a style guide to show you exactly how I want the flyers to look. And you'll also be using Canva because Canva is free. We love Canva. And it's very user friendly. If you haven't used it before, it's very easy to navigate. And I've also uploaded some tutorials to show you the basics. They also have a bunch of templates that can inspire you about how to format your own flyers. It's up to you if you want to use them. But this is just going to be showing you exactly what I expect for the campaign. So essentially, what you're going to have is the name of the concentration. So, for example, it would be strategic communication if you're talking about a career in that field, the name of the job title, the relevant comm courses that you could use to prepare for that career, and somebody who graduated from Southeastern's comm program who actually has that job. So you'll be having a bunch of information on there, and like I said, it's up to you to decide exactly the layout of it, but I have supplied all of the information for your convenience. So the first thing I want you to remember is when you are approaching graphic design to pay attention to the colors. So what I did was I looked on Southeastern's website and I found the exact shades of green and gold that they use in all of their marketing materials. And I want to make sure that whatever content we post to the Southeastern Comm Department social media matches Southeastern as a whole. So I did include the exact hex codes for you. So when you go on Canva and you're looking for colors to put to your flyers, there's an option for you to type in this code and it will give you the exact shade of green, the exact shade of gold, the exact shade of black and white or red or blue or whatever. And that's how I'll know that you fulfill the expectations for the assignment. So definitely do that so you don't have to guesstimate. There's a literally exact shade that I want. So you will be required to use green, gold, black, and white, but you have the options to use red or blue or light green if you want to just, do something a little bit different. But like I said, just type in those codes on Canva and it will give you the exact shade. So I will be checking for that when I grade your assignments. Second thing is the fonts. I know you can't really see this, but we'll just go with it. So the font is essentially making sure that your viewers can read the actual text on the graphics. So I did choose some standard fonts that only Canva has that could just, they're very sans serif fonts. They're just, basic fonts that people can read, and it just makes it a more appealing to the eye. So I did give you some options that are highlighted on the slide. Just make sure that whatever combination that you choose is consistent. So for example, if you use the Fire Sans Black and the Open Sans for Facebook, make sure you use that same thing for Instagram and Twitter. Because even though the dimensions of the flyers will be different, you want to make sure that the information is still consistent and is consistent with Southeastern's brand. So these fonts are the closest ones that are what Southeastern uses, but we're just using Canva, so I just included the ones that only Canva has. Alright, so here are the specific instructions of how you'll actually do the graphics. So for Facebook, you'll be doing 3 different slides. So the first thing you're going to do is go on Canva and you'll select the Facebook template. That gives you the exact dimensions that are catered to Facebook. So I realized it's the hard way that if you, for example, were to post an Instagram flyer from Canva a Facebook flyer from Canva onto Instagram, it will cut off certain things. That's why I want you to use the exact template that matches with the platform that you're trying to create for. So just click the Facebook graphic, and then you can find a bunch of templates that you can use to inspire you. It's up to you if you want to use them, but just make sure that you communicate the information that I want and how I want it. So you have 3 separate slides, as I said. The first slide is going to include the title, so I want you to put "So what's next" at the top. That way the followers can see exactly what the theme of the content is. I want you to put the job title. So for example, you would put digital media specialist, and then you'll put what a digital media specialist is, so that people can know, okay, this is what you can do with a Comm degree, and this is what they actually do. You're going to also put the job title, short definition, the name of the concentration. So for digital media specialists, it would be a Strat Comm edition. And I have examples to show you what that would look like, but just put those 4 things that you can find on Moodle in the document on the first slide. The second slide, you're going to put all of the courses that you can take to prepare you to become whatever that career option is. So you can shorten the titles if they're too long. So for example, if Introduction to Strategic Communication is too long, you could just put Intro to Stratcom. Just make sure whatever abbreviations that you use is easy for people to figure out what you actually mean. So for example, if you put Comm, people know Comm means communication. So just make sure they're easily understandable so people can read it more easily. The third slide will include all of the information about the alumnus, so you can put their headshot, a direct quote from them, and their name, job title, where they work, and what year they graduated. So like I said, all of that information is on Moodle, so you can just copy and paste it, and it's up to you how you want to structure it on the actual slide. So this is all for Facebook. Instagram. You're going to go on Canva and click the Instagram template, and it will give you the exact dimensions. And for this, you're going to be creating 5 slides. So you're just spreading out the same information just a little bit more. So for Instagram, first thing you're going to put, you'll have a title slide, and that'll be the first thing that people see when they log on to the feed. So you'll have "So what's next" in big letters. I have an example to show you. You'll put the name of the concentration, and then you'll put Southeastern's logo on there, which I also have to post for you, so you can just attach that so people know it's associated with Southeastern. The second slide includes a job title. So put job title and a short definition of what that job title is. The third slide, you'll have some other responsibilities. I have them on Moodle for you, and you just have a bullet point list. The fourth slide, you'll have all of the Comm courses, and then the fifth slide would have all the alumnus information. So essentially, you'll have these 5 slides, and if I choose to post your content, I would just put them in that order so people can just swipe and swipe and read and swipe. So make sure, like I said, it matches the same, color combination and font combination from Facebook. Okay, so Twitter, as you know, does pictures even more differently. So you'll just go on Canva, like I said, and put in the Twitter template. And since you can't really, I want to be able, when you use Canva for Twitter, it will just have like a little banner, and then people don't have to actually click on the photo to see what it is. They can just see it from looking at their feed. So that's why you're not going to include all the information that you did. So essentially, if I decide to post your content, I'll just post all the extra stuff in like a thread or something. So Twitter, you just have 1 slide, and you'll have the title of the campaign, the name of the alumna, their job title, the concentration, and Southeastern logo. So that's all we're going to do for Twitter, because like I said, I don't want to have too much information on 1 slide because they will have to click it. It's just better just to actually tweet the information. So there it is. I do have some examples that I hope you can see. Whatever that means. Okay, this is just a page. Oh, here it is. So as you can see, if you're doing this for Facebook, the first slide, like I said, would have "So what's next" at the top, and then it'll have the name of the concentration, And then you will have the name of the job title and a definition of it. And if you scroll, the second slide has all of the Comm courses. And the third slide has the alumna, her quote, her name, her job title, where she works, and her graduation date. So that's for Facebook. I don't want you to use this exact format. I do want you to be a little bit more creative to figure out what works for you. Let's just give you an example of what I'm looking for. Instagram, as you can see, it has the 5 slides. Yeah, continue. Oh, is it? Hold on. Okay, cool. So, this is the title slide. This has the name of the job title, the definition, then it has their other responsibilities and a little bullet point list. And it has all of the Comm courses. Oops. And it has the headshot of the alumna, her name, where she works, blah blah blah, this and that. That's Instagram. And Twitter has the name of it just has her headshot, the title of the campaign, and like I said, just the name of the job title and the description. So, as you can see, that's what we're doing. You're just making different flyers, communicating the same information, but it's just more specific to that platform. So, moving on right along. Final thoughts. Sentence case, when you write your sentences, don't capitalize every first word of every sentence. That looks weird. So, for example, if your job title is more than one word, you would just capitalize the first letter of the first word. So, for example, digital media specialist, you would just capitalize the D in digital media. You wouldn't capitalize the M. You'll just capitalize the D in digital. You wouldn't capitalize the M in media or the S in specialist. Make sure you use white space. So that's basically when you're breaking up big blocks of text. So if you are gonna, for example, when you make your list of all of the courses that are relevant, make sure you have some extra space between each Comm course. That just makes it easier to read and more appealing to the eye. Make sure that whatever color combination you use makes sense. So for example, don't put red text with a red background. That doesn't make any sense. Make sure that people can actually read it and that it looks good. Just make sure it's just readable first and foremost. You can use clip art and background photos. Canva has all of that. And since you have Canva, like you're on my group Canva, you have the Canva Pro. So you got even more stuff. So you want to look up some microphones or something or some social media posts, whatever, and just add it on and make it cuter. That's up to you. Just explore it. Like I said, Canva has it all. And you can email me if you have any questions about the assignments. But essentially, if you go on Moodle, it's just going to be, I'm going to be grading you on your ability to follow the instructions. So make sure you have the right number of slides for each platform. Make sure that you use the right dimensions. Make sure you use the right color combinations, the right fonts, and that you include the right information. I said it before, I'll say it again. I have provided all of the information for you. You do not have to go out and interview anybody. You don't have to go track this person down. All of it is there. I just want you to paste it on the flyers. And it's up to you to use all of your creativity to figure out what works for you. So definitely look over those links that I provided on Moodle to see the basics of graphic design. I'm not expecting y'all to be advanced, but I do want you to play around with Canva a little bit to figure out how things work, and we'll go from there. So if you have any questions, just email me, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!